Okay, designing of sales territories. Designing a sales territories is one of the most difficult job for sales managers. Various factors like the size of organization, level of competition in each product category, etc., are considered while designing a sales territory. So we can say that an effective sales territory plan can be make your team more effective, more productive, improve customer coverage, increases overall sales, and reduces cost. So on the other hand, we can say that unbalanced territory plan also and constant changes in territory division can hurt productivity. So as well as a working relationship between clients and account managers. So that's why it is important to work on your territory management so strategy where you can give your best, and whether you are just starting one, or we can say that the updating the existing plan. So to get a more productive resources, or we can say that to get a more productive and to get a more effective from the sales territory, you have to make an effective sales territory plan. So in that we are going to consider, we can say that the sales territory plan is a workable plan for targeting the right customers and implementing the goals for income and consistent sales growth over the time. Traditionally, sales territories were like created by geographical location. So based on your SWOT analysis and extended including different industries. So customer types and other segments will be also included in sales territories. So these are the factors considered while designing for the sales territory based on your geographic area, business potential, workload, travel time and expenses, frequency and productivity, service requirement, competition, seasonality, or profitability. So the first step in designing a sales strategy is to select the appropriate geographic control unit that can be combined for sales territories. These controls units must be small enough to allow flexibility in setting up geographic boundaries, but should not be so small that high level of data manipulation is needed. For a geographic territory area, the basic units can be country, state, district, divisions, or a block with a clear boundaries, or sometimes metropolitan statistical areas, trading areas, and a combination of two or more factors. And we can consider in geographic areas like cities and zip code of the particular areas. So criteria can for this is once the selection of the basic geographical area control unit is complete, the next task is to analyze the consumer characteristics, buying patterns, market share data, and the competitive position of a firm in order to identify the sales potential of each control unit. Starting point, after ascertaining the sales potential in a control units, a sales manager should form a tentative sales territories as the starting point by selecting a geographic locations. Another starting point is the trading area, so a large city or a distinct headquarter which provides an immediate access to a large market and involves less travel. Next factor is territory shapes. Companies use different kinds of shapes for designing sales territories. The shapes of territory affects the sales expenses and the ease of sales coverage. It also helps a salesperson to spend less time on a travel and keeps salespeople motivated to work hard. So the three popular territory shapes used in the Indian market are wedge, circle, and clover leaf. So wedge. What is the wedge? We can say that the wedge is the suitable for the territories which contain both the urban and non-urban areas. So the radius starts from the most populated urban centers. Wedge can be divided into many size, and the travel time can be maintained by balancing between the calls of urban and non-urban areas. So that is the wedge. It is like that area we are going to be select which is suitable for the urban and non-urban areas. So that is the wedge circle shape we are using. So circle territory or circle shaped territory. So it circle shaped territory, a sales person is based in the central part of the area and travels uniformly to different areas. Companies concentrating in urban areas like Maruti Udyog Limited, Hyundai Motors, and Park Avenue. So these are the companies who follow this kind of territorial designs. So clover leaf territory design is like is used when accounts are distributed randomly throughout the territory. So careful call planning makes each visit to the clover and timely affair on the basis of weekly, daily, or we can say that the periodic schedule for the salespeople. Next factor is allocation criteria and workload analysis. After initial allocation of the control units to the point decided earlier, a sales manager needs to compare the territories on the other relevant criteria like customer per square mile and support retail outlets per square mile, like that. So the following are the steps to design a sales territory: a number of countries, states, towns plan, number of localities, areas, beats plan, a number of wholesales, supermarkets, outlets plan, coverage frequency, a monthly, fortnightly, weekly, or daily plan, number of customers covered per beat plan, or number of customers coverage per day plan, business per country, state, town plan. So these are the steps while we are going to follow these steps while designing a sales territory. Sales quota. Sales quotas are the targets that sales people try to achieve within a specific period of time. So which contributes towards achieving the organizational goals regarding sales forecast. So quotas are routinely assigned to the sales units such as departments, divisions, and individuals, and they proceed to reach at these quotas in their respective domain. So sales quota is the sales goal, or we can say that the figure set for a particular product line or a company division or a sales representative. So it helps the managers to define and stimulate a sales effort. And sales quota is like a minimum sales goal for a set time span. So sales quota can be individual or a group based. For example, a business unit, or we can say that the business team.